What is going on YouTube? Jens here, and you're listening to the Not Entertained Weekly Not. These are my quick reactions to the entertainment news of the week. Links to the in-depth articles will be posted in the description below. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow us on Twitter and Spotify. For the week of June 21st, let's start with some movie news because a bunch of movies came out today and will be coming out over the weekend. First up, I have Shaft. It's got mediocre reviews. I'm probably still going to see it myself. I got to support, the black actors and all that, and I hope it's good. I like the last one. It was, novel for what it was, like that they're doing a generational gap. I heard there's a lot of action, but I don't want to go too deep into the reviews I'm seeing online. I want to make my own determinations. Next up, despite the odds, it looks like Toy Story 4 is getting good reviews. A lot of people, like I mentioned before, weren't looking forward to Toy Story 4. They thought 3 was a perfect ending to the series, but they kept saying that they had another story to tell, and it looks like it's holding up. The critics are reviewing this way above average, so for all the Toy Story fans, make sure you go out and check it out. Now for the downers and the less than average films. Men in Black International got trash reviews. I'm sorry, I don't know how else to spin it. I saw that they didn't make a lot of money in the States on opening weekend. It's unfortunate. I didn't want to see this revived. If it was going to be revived, then there was only one way to do it and bring back the original cast. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to introduce a new generation. I don't know whether or not they'll make another one after this. I love that they put the twins in there. They're some of my favorite dancers, but I don't think that was enough. I don't know where they go from here. Speaking of revivals, remember Chucky? Well, Chucky's back in the new Child's Play, and it looks like these reviews suck too. I think the common thread is that these reboots are not as thoughtful as they might make them seem. Despite giving Chucky a more modernized take and I guess his abilities and what he can tap into with being kind of Bluetooth enabled and hacking into all these other systems and how to try and manipulate or hurt the people he's intending to be his victims. It still just does not seem like this film did nearly as much as what it promised. It's really unfortunate. Chucky, I don't know, did he deserve a reboot? Probably not, but all these other reboots out there, especially with horror films, it was kind of like inevitable, or you could see it coming. It's sad to see. That's all I can say. Lastly, for the reviews with the movie Anna, I talked about this briefly when I first saw the trailer. I just didn't see. I'm all for the woman, kick-ass roles and the 007 sleuthy renegade mercenary. I'm all for it, but it's got to make sense, and it's got to tell a story, and it's got to do something unique from what we've seen before. And unfortunately, it looks like Anna didn't deliver that to us. Sad to see. I don't know who. Look, honestly, I guess if it was me, I would go with somebody that, one, looks the part, and two, can actually fight. So I'm talking probably MMA fighter. I liked when Gina Carano had her film. I thought that worked out really well. I don't know why they're not using, there's a whole market and sports entertainment and combat sports. You have so many people in the women division to choose from that you can lead these roles and make people believe your story. Look at everything that John Wick's doing. If it had just been Keanu and they had stunt doubles doing everything, nobody would have believed the film and it probably wouldn't work. But because people know it's really him doing stuff and really him doing his stunts, it works and it sells well. I don't know why they just can't do the same thing for the women roles. I know they do it to some degree, but they go over the top instead of grounding the films much more. Unfortunate to see, but maybe they'll get it right with the next one. Lastly, here we are with more Disney news because Toy Story wasn't enough. They gave us a trailer for Frozen 2. Who's surprised? Not me, but for those that enjoyed Frozen, I'm sure you will enjoy this one too. Yay, more Disney. Moving over to gaming news, we got 2 games coming out this week. We got Judgment for PlayStation 4, and then we have Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. So Judgment, for those that don't know, is a spin-off from the Yakuza series, but instead of playing a former Yakuza boss or a former released prisoner trying to reform his life, you're playing a police detective in the red light district. And I'm probably gonna pick this up. From most of what I've seen, everybody's reviewing the game at about an 8 or above out of 10, and a lot of people are saying you're Batman in Tokyo, so that sounds fun to me. I always enjoy the Yakuza games, so I'm a little biased in that regard, but it has fully dubbed over English voices, which is kind of new. Normally there's a lot of text and that's all we get. We don't really get the dubbed version. So now that we have one, maybe more people will be more interested in trying out for the first time. This game looks a lot of fun if you just want to beat up people and do all kinds of crazy wrestling moves and all that kind of stuff. Definitely check it out. And then with Crash Team Nitro Racing Refueled, I said that backwards, sorry. I always loved Crash Team Racing. I was always team Crash Team. I was always team Crash Team Racing over Mario Kart. Maybe I'm biased because I didn't have a Super Nintendo or a game. Well, I did have a GameCube, but I was always more in the PlayStation camp, and I would always take Crash over Mario. But Crash Team Racing was probably one of the games that I've been calling for most of my life to see reprised and brought over to the new generation. We finally got it, and it looks really good. They brought back some of the old stages, they brought back some characters, brought some new characters, they brought some of the music from the original game. It looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to jump into it. I'm waiting for my order to come in the mail as we speak. Lastly, moving on to television news, we got a new trailer for the 3rd season of Stranger Things, which will be dropping on July 4th. I'm not the hugest Stranger Things fan, but for all those that are, you know, diehards and fans and appreciate the nostalgia of the 80s and all that stuff, you know, that'll be for you. It comes out again July 4th, and I'll put the trailer in the description below. And lastly on my list, for My Hero Academia, we finally got an announcement of when the new season will be dropping for season 4, and that'll be in fall 2019. I can't wait. This is probably one of the best arcs for those that are fans of the show in the series. I know the arc, you know, the show is obviously, well, the manga is still ongoing, but this arc that's coming up, I've been waiting to see it animated for a long time, and the time is finally starting to approach us. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming up with Lemillion and Deku and All Might and Overhaul and Shigaraki and everybody else in between. So if you haven't been reading the manga, you got a lot in store for you. All right, guys, that's my recap of the news for this week. Thanks for checking in with us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on Twitter and Spotify. Peace.